doing a teenage discipleship class. Then the Tuesday night changed to Wednesday night when we started doing the fundamentalist version of Awana. If you don't know what that is, feel free to Google it. That's going to probably be later on the list. Basically, it's a youth group that has pledges, a flag, and is really into memorizations and prizes. It's very similar to VBS or Vacation Bible School, but it's a weekly Wednesday night event, not just a week-long event like VBS. And my parents pretty much taught me from the time I was in diapers to be in church. Anyone who's not in church and calls themselves a Christian is sinning, because if you're not in church, you're not making a difference in the church by volunteering, giving your time, your money, your good name, your effort, and your work. You are considered a lackluster Christian. And my parents were very, very traditionalist. If my mother volunteered, it was more cooking, cleaning, teaching, warning. My father was more teaching, leading. He did sound. He volunteered. He went to elders meetings, deacon meetings. He was more in the leadership part of volunteering, while my mother was more secondary, meeting a need, volunteering. And from what I know now, there's very little background checks into the churches I was in. For volunteers and leaders, and especially membership, I went to churches that I don't believe they ever did a background check. So, of course, 1 out of 33 men attending church is a predator, according to statistics of law enforcement. So on average, there was anywhere from 2 to 3 predators in each church, times that by 7 churches. That's about 14 to 21 predators, which is kind of terrifying now. But church attendance was so important. If you weren't, I guess, winning an award, even though they don't give out awards, but it felt like you got an invisible award if you were there 99 to 100% of the time. And if you weren't there all the time, you could not be a teacher, a leader, or even a volunteer unless you had kids that could be brought into the church. They didn't allow people who barely came to church to do anything in leadership. So church attendance was very much next to godliness, kind of like